Guys, I have a confession.
I'm gay, I'm really gay, I'm super duper gay.
What? No, not that. That's not true. I'm under 6 foot. I know, life must be so hard for little old me. I mean, come on. All girls want nowadays is a 6'4" Chad with a sharp jawline, clear skin, pearly white teeth. You know, the looks maxing gurus always said that if you're under 6 foot, you're cooked.
When people under the height of 6 foot start talking, just turn your brain off. There's never a good thing for them that they say.
Well, I guess it's time for me to blow my money on rain bet so I can afford leg lengthening surgery, is what I would say if I was an insecure little bitch. Now listen, I'm sorry if I called you out on your insecurities, alright? I used to be insecure about my height too. But if you're a guy and your height starts with 5 foot whatever, it's not the end of the world. Now, you might be asking yourselves, Nivy, how tall are you? I'm 5'9". Now you're probably telling yourself, 5'9"? That ain't short, that's like average height. I'm 5'6", that's short. Well, according to Google, the average height for a guy is 5'7.5" inches. And yeah, that's still slightly taller than 5'6", but the point is that social media, and especially the extreme looks maxing community, make it seem like the average height for a guy is 6 foot, when that couldn't be further from the truth. These same people will look you dead in the eye and tell you that 5'11" is too short. Bro, if you put two guys together,
pause,
and one of them is 6 foot and the other is 5'11", you'll realize pretty quickly that they are basically the same height. Same thing goes for 5'6" and 5'7". Ain't much of a difference, and at the end of the day, you can't do shit about it. Well, you can, but that costs health and your wealth, and every step you take will feel like your legs are being slowly ripped apart. It's not worth it. Like, I genuinely can't believe it that I have to say this because it's fucking common sense, but some of you guys seriously let that insecurity turn into a mental illness, and yeah, you're probably mentally ill if you go through with this bullshit. Now, as a kid growing up, I actually thought I was going to be really tall because I was always one of the tallest kids in my class. Up until like grade 8, then I fucking shrunk and everyone got really tall out of nowhere. I remember for the longest time I was stuck at 5'8", and then in my senior year of high school I grew an inch, and now I'm stuck at 5'9" in college. This is how my insecurity developed. Everyone got really tall and they would let me know. They would say shit like, "Damn, Nivy, the fuck happened? You used to tower over me back in grade 1. Now you're up to my neck. Like, did your growth spurt miss an update or something?" Like, even the girls started saying that shit, and that's when I started feeling like Plankton, all miserable and miniature. Damn, that would fucking sting. If I got called miniature, like, yo, I just realized. But yeah, I felt pretty petite to say the least, until I did it. And that wasn't because I wasn't the shortest guy in my class. It was because I realized that a lot of these kids went to school with me before high school, back when I was one of the tallest kids in the class, and now I'm practically a fucking dwarf next to some of these people. Most people that were short in elementary school and junior high stayed short, and most people that were tall stayed tall. I, on the other hand, I had a backwards growth spurt. I spawned in the map as a final boss, and now I'm pretty much an NPC. But now that I'm a little bit older, I realize that if you don't make being under 6 feet your personality trait, nobody will notice or say anything. And I'm being so serious as well, because most people that I interact with are taller than me or around the same height as me. And if you just never bring up the fact that you're short or shorter than them, they won't say shit. And as soon as I realized that, I stopped being insecure. There's this thing that I keep hearing about where if you're a guy and you're really short, that you won't be able to pull any woman. Guys, let me tell you, that shit is faker than Kim Kardashian's ass. I mean, as long as you're not built like a Discord moderator and you have a personality, then you're good. And listen, I know there are women out there who are looking for Victor Wembanyama and will say shit like, sweetie, you gotta be at least the same height as that tree to date me. But those girls are far less common than you may think. Most girls just want you to be either slightly taller than them or around the same height, and there are even girls that will go for guys shorter than them. I promise you guys, they exist. Think about it like this. Would you rather be Shaq's height with Garbodor's face or Demetrius Johnson's height with Roderick Heffley's face? Exactly, because guess who's married and who's not? That's right, my glorious king Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson is married to a woman that's taller than him, whilst 53-year-old Shaquille O'Neal is single and too busy shitting on the modern NBA. My point is that sure, it's easier to get girls when you're really tall and built like a unit, but it's also easier to keep a genuine relationship as a shorter guy. If a girl is interested in you and you're under 6 foot or even shorter than the girl, that means you have secured the bag. She likes you for you. Whilst on the other hand, if you're 6'4" and a girl approaches you, I'd say like maybe 7 out of 10 times she wants to be with you solely because of your height. Because I've seen a lot of tall guys with hideous faces pull the baddest girls, and those relationships usually don't last long because most of the time a girl just wants to be acknowledged by others, because those types of girls are scared of what other girls will think of them if they're to be with a shorter guy. Now, this obviously isn't always the case. There are anomalies out there. Shout out Rhett McLaughlin, but all I'm saying is that your height ain't the reason why you can't get girls. You probably just don't take care of yourself, or you're just so insecure that it gets noticeable, and that's something that girls don't like. Now, I am by no means a model. I'm alright, you know, but I never let my height be the reason for not approaching women. I'm just really socially awkward, and I kind of act autistic sometimes, and I need a lot of alcohol in my system to muster up the courage to talk to girls that I don't already know. Anyways, to end this video off, I'm just going to list off a bunch of advantages of being short. Here we go. It's easier to fit into cars. It's easier to find clothes that fit you. It's easier to fit into plane seats. It's easier to find beds that you can fit in. It's easier to grow muscle from working out. You also need less calories, which means less money spent on food unless you're a fat ass. You will look younger, which means you'll look like a handsome dilf when you're older. You're also less likely to receive any injuries for playing sports due to having a lower center of gravity and a lower center of mass. You're also more likely to develop a personality from being bullied of being short. And studies also show that being shorter can actually decrease your chances of getting certain cancers, and you will also likely live longer. Shout out Danny DeVito. Anyways, I gotta go grind out some more videos, as my New Year's resolution was to not upload videos once every blue moon. So expect a new video in like 2 weeks. See ya.